Imagine going to sleep in a quiet village where nothing ever happens. And then imagine waking up the next morning to discover that every single person is gone. No screams, no signs of struggle, no explanation. This is not a movie. This is a real mystery that remains unsolved to this day. And what makes it truly disturbing is not what we know, but what we don't. In the early hours of a cold winter morning, authorities received a call that made no sense. A small, remote village had gone completely silent. No phone calls, no radio signals, no movement. At first, it was assumed to be a technical issue. Power outages were common in the area. But when the first responders arrived, they immediately realized something was wrong. The village was still there. The houses were standing. The roads were clear. But there were no people. Doors were unlocked. Lights were left on. Food was still sitting on tables. Some meals looked as if they had been interrupted halfway through. If the villagers had left voluntarily, why didn't they take anything with them? The village itself was small, isolated, surrounded by dense forest. The kind of place where everyone knew each other. The kind of place where strangers were noticed immediately. There was no sign of forced entry, no broken windows, no damage. It was as if the village had simply paused and then been abandoned in a single moment. Investigators searched every building. They found personal belongings everywhere. Clothes folded neatly, children's toys left behind, important documents untouched. Even money was still inside homes. Nothing suggested panic. Nothing suggested preparation, which raised a terrifying question. How do dozens of people leave at once without leaving a single trace? Then came the first disturbing detail. Every clock in the village had stopped at the exact same time. No one could explain why. Some believed it was a coincidence. Others believed it marked the exact moment something happened. Something that forced everyone to leave, or something that prevented them from staying. Animals were found wandering alone, dogs without owners, livestock still inside fences. If there had been an evacuation, why were the animals left behind? And if there was danger, why wasn't there any sign of resistance? Authorities initially believed the village had been evacuated secretly, but no records existed, no warnings were issued, no nearby towns reported receiving refugees. There were no footprints leading away, no vehicles missing. It was as if the villagers had vanished into the air. People from nearby areas were questioned. Some claimed they saw strange lights in the forest that night. Others reported hearing vehicles moving at unusual hours. But none of these testimonies appeared in the final report. They were dismissed, ignored, or never officially recorded. As the investigation continued, theories began to grow darker. Some suggested a secret military operation. Others believed toxic exposure forced an immediate evacuation. And then there were theories that nobody wanted to say out loud. The idea that the village never left at all. That something happened during the night. Something sudden. Something irreversible. Similar cases exist in other parts of the world. Small communities disappearing. People vanishing without explanation. Investigations quietly closed. Patterns that never make the news. And every time someone tries to connect the dots, they hit a wall. Journalists who attempted to investigate further reported being blocked. Requests for information were denied. Files were classified. Officials stopped responding. The case was officially marked as closed, without an explanation. To this day, no bodies have ever been found. No witnesses have ever come forward. And no official story has ever been given to explain how an entire village disappeared overnight. Because if dozens of people can vanish without leaving a trace, without panic, without warning, then the most disturbing question isn't what happened to them, it's how easily it happened and how quickly it was forgotten.